behaviours. But we were all once toddlers. Those innate abilities and behaviours are in us all. Each of us has the ability to improve the way we think, act, communicate, and explore in our everyday lives. We can all be more creative and imaginative. These are skills that require not so much learning as rediscovery. For me, that is exciting because it means that the keys to understanding our true selves, changing our chosen paths, and taking control of our lives are within our own power, not anybody else's. In every one of us, there is an internal energy and know-how waiting to be unleashed, and which only we can unlock. The keys are kept safe in the memory of our own toddler selves. We just need to know how to find them. This is not as easy as simply turning back the clock. An adult who has spent decades assimilating to cultural norms has to open a mind that in many unacknowledged ways has become closed to new things. To unlock your full potential, you have to learn once more what it means to take those first baby steps. To approach the world without the burden of assumption or preconception. To nurture the spark of creativity undimmed by cynicism or even pragmatism. In other words, to think like you did as a toddler. Baby steps. I will argue in this book that the tools to succeed in life, whatever your vocation, are the same ones that we all used when learning to smile, walk, talk, and play as a baby or toddler. I can see a few of you raising your eyebrows already at the thought. Surely it's the qualifications, experience, and social skills you develop while growing up that really matter. How else could you make your way in a successful career, be it in the boardroom, or the classroom, or the shop floor? Well, I have the doctorate and the professional qualifications as a chartered accountant to my name. Before launching Ella's Kitchen, I gained the valuable experience of helping to run a business and develop new markets in the early days of digital television with Nickelodeon. And yes, that all matters. Of course it does. But it doesn't make the difference between doing well and achieving your very best. It doesn't equip you with many of the essential skills for today's business world. How to be creative, ambitious, and determined. Indeed, experience that is not married with an open and inquiring mindset can be as much a burden as a benefit, something that may restrict your ability to think creatively and develop new solutions to problems. What you have learned through formal education and workplace experience should inform how you work, but it should never limit it. Being your best requires more than the ability to consume information, pass exams, and learn on the job. You need to reawaken something within yourself, an inherent curiosity and desire that you once had as a toddler. Learning to walk, for example, much as you might now take it for granted, wasn't easy. The problem is, just as we forget that we ever had to learn, we also tend to forget how we learnt. We have no memory of the sheer determination it took to go from sitting up to crawling, or then standing up and taking those first steps. We've forgotten all the times we fell over and failed, and all the different things we were curious enough to try until we got it right. But we did all those things. Us. You and I. That ambition and determination is already inside us, just waiting to be reawakened. All that reawakening, and more, is what I believe you will need to fulfill your ambitions and achieve your dreams. What you have learnt growing up can take you a long way. However, my experience suggests that what you learn when you grow down, looking at the world again through the same eyes you did as a toddler, is even more important. Recapturing the same innocence, openness to new experiences, and willingness to try new things can transform your whole approach to life. It certainly doesn't take away any of the difficulties you will face, or provide a secret recipe for success. What thinking like a toddler does